Our palm court and check in with David Whitwam from Whitwam Organics to see how the garden is growing. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. Enjoying the weather.
Nice.
Our plants sure are too. Russell, I wasn't with you last week. I don't know if you were watching, but we planted some little tomato starts. That's these plants right here. These things are just blowing up.
Wow.
They really do like this warmer weather. And I'll tell you, I'm really worried about the drastic warm-up we're having next week on the winter crops that we're trying to keep in. And we've got some of those in the front bed, so we'll keep an eye on those. I know it's supposed to cool down after that. But it's so funny y'all do this right after the weather segment because the two things are so intertwined. It's ridiculous. But we planted some cucumber seeds, and those are up and going. Now, I brought some other plants to plant today, and I want to talk about why I'm putting them in this bed and why that's important that we have the cucumbers. So we have some native wildflowers. I have a Tampa verbena, a tropical sage, and the Indian blanket flower, which actually, sadly enough, just got downgraded to not a native Florida wildflower, but more on that one later. I'm putting flowers in this bed because we need to attract pollinators. So unlike our tomatoes, which have the male and female parts on the same flower, so the pollen and the pollen receptors are on the same flower, so it can get pollinated just by the wind or by them moving. Cucumbers, squash, and melons have male and female flowers that are separate. So they are 100% dependent on pollinators like bees coming in and moving the pollen from one flower to the other. And sometimes if all you have in your garden are the vegetables that have the flowers that need the bees, that might not be enough to bring the bees over to your garden bed.
Right.
So we're going to interplant with these flowers. I just chose natives. I do have some that aren't. I have some Thai basil, just because these basil plants put out such lovely flower spears, and they really attract those pollinators over to the bed. So I'm really excited to show you guys the flowers on these when they all come up.
Nice.
They should be budding probably by next week. Look at this one. This one already has little bitty flower buds on it.
Nice. And that's tell me again. Tell us again what it is you're planting there to attract the bees.
So this is Tampa verbena.
Okay.
It's going to grow kind of like a little ground cover and have really purple, pretty purple flowers.
All right.
This is tropical sage, which has long stems with little red flowers on it. And then this is the Indian blanket flower, or gaillardia, which you see growing on the side of the road everywhere.
Nice.
So once these open up, I know you'll probably recognize most of them. But super important, if we're putting in stuff that have male and female flowers, you got to get those pollinators to your garden beds.
Hey, before we go, we're going to try something new starting next week, and I want to tell everybody about it, okay? A lot of you watching have specific questions about your garden. So we want you to send them to us, and then we're going to pass them along to David, and he's going to answer some of them each week. So email us to Good Day Tampa Bay at fox.com with your gardening questions, and the man who knows all the answers will take on.
I don't know all the answers.
I just said you did, so there you are. Good to see you, my friend. See you next week.
Good to see you too. This is exciting.
It is.
See you next week.
It's going to be fun. Bye.